Okay, so I'm just going to show you a few clips of this drone that my wife got me for my birthday and my first time out and running around with the drone. So here you go. Okay, this is my liftoff at Blue Stem along the railroad tracks, little station there. Went by a lot on the railroad tracks. And I used to go by this bank that had been tore down for years. I don't know how long it had been torn down. But all that they left was this bank vault. And so this is one of my first drone experiences. I put the drone up into the air and kind of just flew around this bank vault and the surrounding area. This is kind of just desolate territory. But anyway, like I say, there used to be a bank here, so they tell me, and I didn't look up no history or nothing like that, so don't believe a word I say unless you're absolutely sure I know what I'm talking about. Now here I am coming in for a landing, bringing her down gently. So I found this spot in the middle of nowhere, so I decided to pull over and get my chair out and fly my drone. And so I was here for about 2 hours flying the drone, just letting the drone do its own thing like this right here. It just flies around. But we're in the middle of nowhere, wheat fields, straight line highway, a couple of silos there, and I'll get back to this middle of nowhere segment here in a bit. And this is the Irby Hotel, built in 1910. It's the oldest still standing hotel in the state of Washington, so I'm told. And this is what it looks like today. Right here, I was able to get my drone up, take a shot of it. And again, it's the oldest still standing hotel in the state of Washington. Irby, Washington, in the middle of nowhere. And let's see if I can't get a shot of the back here. You can see the chimney. The chimney's still on them. Oh, quite a old, worn down structure. And here's the back of the hotel. And we'll swing around to the side here. Check it out. Pretty decapitated, as they say. But yeah, Irby Hotel. And now we're back to that spot where I was out in the middle of nowhere with these two old wooden, I'll call them silos or grain elevators, kind of just out in the middle of nowhere on all the flatlands. I was kind of riding my bike in the middle of nowhere myself, but all this land is all wheat land. They just got done harvesting it. So now we go down the track a ways to this little town called Marlin. It was called Krupp before it was called Marlin, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But I wanted to look at this old service station here. I went by a lot on the train, and I could see the top there, and there was a sign on the top up there. I always wanted to know if it flipped up and if it said anything or if it was rusted or not. The Volga Germans settled all of eastern Washington. And when they came to this area, they named the town Krupp after a town in Germany. Then came World War II, and the town of Krupp, Germany started producing all kinds of war machines like tanks and armored vehicles and guns. And so the Germans here in town decided to change the name from Krupp to Marlin because they didn't want to be associated with Krupp. So here's a service station. I'm looking down on it, and I'm just getting ready to call it a day here with the surface station, there I am down on the ground. I'm starting to bring her down. Okay, so we're back out in the middle of nowhere here, and this big, long, straight stretch of road out in the middle of the wheat fields. Elmira, it's 10 miles south of Elmira, Washington. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Elmira, Cooley, Heartline, out in that area. But I sent this drone out about 1,500 feet from me and got cold feet and turned around. Okay, so I sped the film up a little bit. I'm flying about 150 feet high here and just kind of using the zoom on the camera, and then flying back towards the silos. Like I say, it's just flat country out here, just a lot of wheat fields and so forth. And I'll take you right over the top of those silos here in a minute. Now this is 400 feet. I went 400 feet here, actually 397 feet. A little bit, quite a bit higher there. But just kind of fooling around with the drone. Now here I'm going to come in for a landing. I come right down and land right on the highway. Nobody's around. And here's what the DJI Mini Pro 3 drone looks like. It's very small. As you can see, it just kind of basically can fit in the palm of my hand like that. And I'll show you here what it looks like with the arms spread out. Okay, so I was on my way home and I found this old building, again out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what it was, a schoolhouse or something. But I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. And yeah, I kind of went around the house at about roof level there. And kind of just went around the place inspecting it, and I decided to go up to the bell tower here to get as close as I could. The drone has sensors on the front of it that won't let you run into anything, so you could go right up to it and then all of a sudden it would just stop all by itself 6 feet from the object. And then it has sensors in the back too that does the same thing, and sensors underneath, but it doesn't have any sensors up. So if you was under a tree and you went up, you'd hit a tree limb. But that's coming, I'm sure, on the newer drones. And so this is kind of just some more shots. Somebody had written some graffiti and stuff inside. I'm going to go in closer here and look. Look at the joists on the left there. It looks like 2x12s for the floor joists. They're huge. Okay, so I went up higher, did just a circle around it. It looked like a lot of people had made a path around the house looking at it the same as me. Yeah, and then I just kind of went over the top of it, kind of fly by, just to check it out. And then I packed up my stuff and left. I had to ride 2 hours in the dark, almost an hour and a half in the dark. Just to get home after this shot. And here's what the DJI Mini Pro 3 looks like with the arms extended out. Again, it's only weighs about a half a pound. It's got about 30 minutes of flight time, and I've seen guys fly as much as 5 miles away from them, from their starting point. And it feels pretty cheap. It's plastic. Like I say, it only weighs half a pound, but it has a lot of technological advances in there that is just unbelievable. One of them being that you could be 3 miles away and push your home button, and that thing will go up and fly directly back to where it started and land on its own without you touching anything. Unbelievable. Okay, get back to these silos. Let's just check out what's inside them. I kind of just flew low level over them. I got a bird's nest in there and a ladder, and just basically just lumber that it caved in upon itself. Now let's go over here and look at this second one here, and it doesn't have much more in there, but everybody always wants to know what's inside these things. So there you have it. So on the way home, I spotted this tractor way out in the field here, so I double timed it out there. I sped up the film here so I could get over there. It was almost 3,000 feet to get over there. And then I'm about 125 feet high right here, coming in on him. He's going, like I say, there he's normal speed right there. The RC controller has a distance meter on it, tells you how high you are and how far away from you that the drone is. So that's real time right there. So I decided to fly ahead of him. I'll speed up the camera here and then turn around and look at him coming from the other way. And this is like 4 times as fast right here. I'm going to slow him down here to real time. And I dropped down to about 70 feet here. Slow down. Come on, there you go. All right, good. All right, he's slowing down here. And this is real time right here. This is how fast he's going right here. And I tried to get maybe a picture of him in the cabin. I didn't want to get too low, freak him out probably, you know. I sped it up here a little bit, double time right here. And there, I'm off to the left way over there. You can't see me. But anyway, here he is, double time. And but I want you to look at this. Look at the size of this field this guy's got to plow up. Holy mackerel, are you kidding me? How much fuel is he going to use? But how much time does it take to do this? So then I put it on automatic mode to come home. You just push a button and it comes home all by itself. It goes up to about 300 feet and just comes. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there listening for it, and finally here it comes. Oh, there it is. So then it drops down. There I am. It's coming down, and end of story.